Welcome back to the studio. Today I'm working on a piece for my Santa Fe gallery, and this is a little heart-shaped wreath made of chili peppers. So you see these, mostly what you see in Santa Fe are the long chili ristras, but occasionally you'll see these little heart-shaped wreaths, and I just love them, absolutely love them. My door has been painted with mixtures of turquoise phthalo blue, which is a Rembrandt oil color. It makes a beautiful turquoise, and it was the turquoise phthalo blue plus white. And the shadow mixture has less white in it. The lighter part of the door has more white in it. And so I paint the door first. The chili peppers were washed in with a mixture of alizarin crimson plus liquid. And then I came back with a clean brush and lifted out my chili pepper shapes. So now I'm coming back. This is a mixture of cadmium red deep, and magenta is my darkest red. And I just come back in and start deepening the shadows in between the peppers. I'll let some of these go over the door. When I painted the door, I kind of painted over some of my little peppers. So. Now this is a mixture of my pure, well, this isn't a mixture, it's just my pure cadmium red deep. That gives me a nice deep red. And I have to be careful because I do pick up some of the turquoise from the door. So when I get up here, I have to lay my paint. Carefully lay my paint on top of the door color so that I don't pick that up on my brush. See, you can see here where I've picked up a little bit of that turquoise on the brush, and that makes my red dirty. So I have to wipe my brush out and start working. Wipe my brush quite a bit here because I don't want to get any of that turquoise color into my red, because that just dulls it. The turquoise has a green cast to it, and so it's the complementary color of the red. And to gray colors, you mix their complementary color into them. So red and green, if you mix those, then you gray the red. It really dulls it down, so I don't want to get any of that green into my red. So then I just start kind of working back over my chilies. Again, I want to pop one up there. There we go. I'll do another one in here. There. I just want to get some variegated color in here, just different shades of red. Then I'll come back and define my chilies more. And I have we've taken pictures of some of these heart-shaped wreaths on doors. And so I have those on my laptop, and they're on the tabouret right next to the right of my easel. And so I can just refer to that as I paint. Makes it very easy. And it doesn't matter if a little bit of that washed in color shows through, because it's all reds, so it just adds to the color. Now I'm going to start coming back in and add a little more dark between the peppers. This is a square or a bright brush. It has a square tip, and I can turn it sideways to make these finer lines. So I don't have to use a real small brush here. I'll just use this brush and turn it sideways and get my smaller lines in there. Now I'm going to mix a little bit of cadmium red light in with my cadmium red deep. And this makes a little bit lighter, warmer mix. And this will start highlighting out some of these peppers. You can see how those start coming out ahead, up and start popping out from those deeper reds. And that goes over the wall a little bit. I can come back and paint that over the peppers because they drop back in behind that side of the doorway. As you can see now, we're starting to get some definition in our peppers. And I also have saved my turquoise color so I can come back in if I want to and paint in between the individual peppers. These peppers kind of go every which direction. I had one of these heart-shaped wreaths in my show on a little gate, turquoise gate, and it was taken almost immediately. People love, in Santa Fe, love these little heart-shaped wreaths. That's hard to say. Jack and I found over the years that we like to have my paintings in tourist areas, and then I paint in those galleries. Then I paint, like for Santa Fe, I paint the little doorways and chili ristras, because when people are there traveling, first usually it's a couple there on vacation, so they have time to talk and decide and enjoy and pick a painting that they want to take home. And then they like to take home memories of that place. So that's why we really like to be in galleries that are in touristy areas, because the people are there for just a limited amount of time. They have to make a decision. If you're in galleries where people just live and they come in, they'll, oh, well, I'll go home and think about it. And of course, then they never come back. Or, oh, maybe I can get my husband to come and look at that. And it just doesn't work out. But in vacation spots, in tourist spots, the couple is usually there together, and they like to have a little memento of their travels. So that really works well. Okay, now I'm going to make a mix of my cadmium red light plus a little white in it, and we're going to highlight the peppers that the sunlight is catching as it comes in. There's going to be trumpet vine over the door coming down, so the upper part of the wreath is going to be in shadow from the lintel across the top of the doorway and also from the trumpet vine. But lower, the peppers are going to catch some light. And I like to make this pretty textured. Use a little bit smaller brush. This is actually a filbert brush. It has a real rounder tip, an oval tip, I guess is what you'd say. And this will help me to get the shapes of the chilies. After this is dry, I would love for someone that maybe is blind to be able to just run their fingers over it and feel these little peppers. I like my paintings, particularly the flowers and things like the chili peppers, and they have lots of texture. So that when you hold the painting sideways, you can really see that paint popping off the canvas. It takes it a while to dry, but it's well worth it. These peppers come in all different angles. This has a little bit more white in it. Now I'm going to take an even smaller brush and add some little finer highlights on these. And just kind of accentuate the tips. These are some of the chili peppers are very big, and these are smaller ones. They say these are hotter. I'm not a spice fan, so I will take their word for it. If something's the least bit warm, I don't want it. My friends always call Jack and I bland and blender. Okay, there's a few little, I'm going to add a few more little darks in here. I'm just bracing my fingers against the unpainted part of the canvas, fingers of my left hand, and then I just place my heel of my right hand against my left hand, and that gives me a nice stable base. Then I'm going to come back up here at the top, and some of these peppers, I'm just going to use a little bit of cadmium red light to just put some little tips on them. They're in shadow, so they're not going to be as bright, but we still want to have some texture up there and definition. And we have a few little darks in there. Add a little pepper right in here. I like it when I get those thick brush strokes popping up. Like I say, that'll take a little while to dry, but it's always nice just to get that extra texture. Let me go ahead and do this, pull this wall down. Now I've saved my Adobe color. This is mixtures of mud, which is 2 parts of ultramarine blue plus 1 part of alizarin crimson plus cadmium orange plus white plus a tiny bit of ultramarine blue. So that, just bring this down. Got my lighter color in here. That red in there. And there we go. I'm going to have a little shadow from my trumpet vine up above coming around here. And these shadows here are from that trumpet vine that will come down over the door. I appreciate you watching my YouTube videos. Please subscribe to my channel and visit my blog where I show the complete step-by-step process of this painting and others I do. The link is in the description below. The address is also on the final frame of my video, along with the address of my official website. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you again.